light is okay. It's dark. I don't usually like to do these when it gets this dark, but I just haven't been able to work it out. So I'm hoping some people will pop on here in just a second and want a reading, because that's why I'm here. That is why I'm here. Now, I do need to put up 1 second while we're waiting for some people to join here. Let me put up in here, if I can get this to refresh, the guidelines, because I get kind of busy with this, and you know how that goes, and then I forget. All right, come on now. Let me get the... It takes a minute for YouTube to catch up. There we are. I think that's us. I think that's me. Here I am. Okay. What I wanted to do was just post the guidelines here. Sean G, you are here every time. God bless you. You were so sweet. I was thinking about you today and was wondering, you know, how was the margarita? And yes, I did have one, and I almost wish I hadn't. Hey, Wynell, darling. I was getting ready, Wynell, to post. Sean, I'm going to come back 1 second. To post the guidelines, but it did, yeah, there they are. And then maybe that's in the chat. I don't know if that's going to show up. Let's see if I can pin it. Is it there? Bear with me 1 minute. It was really good. You know, mine was good, but I think I was just so tired that day. It just made me sleepy. You know, it wasn't like fun. Like I wanted it to be. All right. 1 second. Well, I keep hitting send and it's not letting me. Maybe because I'm on my own live chat. Is that a thing? I don't know. 1 second. Let me put it here. It's just not letting me do that. Yeah, and the older you get, I think that's more of a thing. I do. Sean, just do. Oh, I see we got some people joining. Y'all bear with me 1 minute. I'm trying to get this thing to accept my post here, and it's not wanting, you know. The definition is saying to keep hitting that and it'll change. Well, no, it's not anyway. It's probably because it's me trying to do it. It's just not going to let me do it. Okay, oh well. So basically, y'all be respectful to each other. And if you have, I want to read for new subscribers. Hopefully they will show up here in a bit. And if you have a question, just say, I have a question. Don't ask the question until I ask you, because it gets lost in the feed. So hey Sean, what have you? I know you've got a question about spirituality. You're my other deep thinker. You're like me. You talk about. I love that. I'm sorry, I'm drawing. I'm tired. I will confess. Trying to remember the question that you posted on the community page, and I was drawing a blank here. It's been a long couple of days. It was not my words, not yours, but it was about attaining spiritual. Oh, I wanted to remember your words, but I'm having a blank, so maybe you can help me out now. Hi, Brandy. How are you, hon? But I like to talk about all that stuff. I like to talk about esoteric things of all kinds. So besides doing love readings, if y'all got a question about other stuff, I always love talking about that. Hey, Cool Girl, welcome. Thank you for being here. So good of y'all to join me so late in the evening. Well, not that late, but I'm an old fart, so late. It's relative, right? I used to laugh when I was younger, and my friends would say, you go to bed at 8:30, and I used to think, oh, dear Lord. You know, do you wake up at 2 in the morning? No. But now that I'm there on that other side, oh, goodness. So I know somebody out there, while we're waiting for some more people to get here, must have some kind of esoteric question. Hi, Richard. Welcome. Okay, Richard, great. Thank you for your support. I just appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Go feed those chickens. Go feed those chickens. Navid, yes, I am white. You were so true. I am very white. You should have seen me in Mexico. I stood out like a sore thumb, but what can I say? That happens. You know, your hair turns white, everything, you know, you just look. I know, feed the chickens. That's fun. I wondered it. So, wait a minute. Where Richard? Yeah, Richard. Do you feed these chickens? Are these your laying egg chickens, or are they going to be your dinner on Sunday chickens? That's kind of my question for you. I don't know why it won't let me post that, but it's. Not gonna do it. I don't know. What do you think that's going on, Wynell? I don't know why that is. I mean, it could be because I'm not on the computer. I don't know why it won't let you do it on devices, but you know that happens sometimes. It just does. Love is a trend. Hey, darling, how are you tonight? Welcome. We got to start as I don't know, a party theme for those of you who are regulars, or I don't know, a special group or something. That's a great question to ask y'all while I'm waiting. You doing okay? I'm doing okay. I'm just a little tired because it's late in the day, and I feel like I have lipstick on my teeth. Do I? You think I'm white with lipstick? You should see me without lipstick. I look like I'm already gone. Okay, so the question I was going to ask. I want to add some perks for my loyal people like you guys. So let me know what kind of thing or things you would like. Like if I do a membership thing, I mentioned this before, what would you like? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me? I'm feeling a little spry tonight, I guess you can tell. I am good, thank you, Sean. You know, I am what I am, and what can I tell you? You know. Hey, what was that lady that, I don't remember her name, but she came on here one night and she clicked on it and she said, "Oh my God, you have the biggest nose in the world." And I just said, I'm not going to fix it this late in life. 1L, thank you, darling. Hit the like button. Well, I can't believe there's this many of you on here. I guess y'all aren't new subscribers. That's why nobody's asked a question yet. Playboy Bunny, hey, darling, welcome. Guided meditations. Okay, that's a great, see, Sean, I love you because you always have great ideas. That's what you would like. You want to talk about tonight, or that's what you'd like for content? I mean, for if we do a membership or something later. And it won't be expensive, y'all. It won't be. Because I think we talked about this, Sean, if my memory's serving me right. I think you mentioned that before. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I taught meditation classes for 25 years, retired, and now I'm teaching again. I will say, Sean, my style of meditation is different than typical guided meditations. Now, that doesn't mean it's better or worse, it's just different. So it's not, guided meditations per se are not my very favorite, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because anytime you're listening to anything, like some people meditate, thank you, and you know, maybe even, for example, look at a candle or listening to music or, you know, those kinds of things. And in this case, a guided meditation would be listening to someone's voice, guiding you through it. So that definitely has a purpose and a place, and is very helpful for a lot of people, especially for newer people trying to meditate. But ultimately, the goal, because those things keep you more outside of yourself, ultimately the goal is for you to let go of everything out here and be able to go within yourself, and that way you can even go deeper and connect with yourself and with what you believe in that's greater than you are. So that to me is more the ultimate kind of meditation and more what I teach. But that being said, I did have a fun experience, fun slash challenging slash exhilarating and exhausting all at the same time experience. The lady here where I live in Birmingham, I teach at her, she has an acting studio, and I teach my meditation classes at her studio. And she said to me, she does this big deal summer acting camp. And I don't remember, this was in the summertime. I think it was in July, June or July. Anyway, and people from all over, we've got, what do you call them, not recruiters, what do they call them, agents. Agents and acting coaches and voice coaches and all these different people from all over in California and all that come and convene, and they have classes for it's like a camp, a week-long camp for all these ages. And there were ages 7 to, I think the oldest one was 65. And so it was just like going to college campus. You had 8 classes a day. So I had 8 different classes of about 20 different people in each class, all different age groups. In other words, they had the 7 to 8, 9 years old, then, you know, and they had it broken down into age groups. So I got to teach them to meditate, and it was actually pretty fun. And I did do guided meditations for them because most of those people had never meditated. So that was fun, and so I certainly can do that. But that was just a little sidebar while we're waiting for some people to get in the chat here. Hi, Carlos, welcome. I'm young and you're so 10 years. You are 10 years old, awesome. I hope I can teach you. I certainly would love to teach you to meditate. Yes. If that's what, I assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you would have loved that. It was so fun. It was just, I was really surprised in a good way. Some of the questions, we didn't have a lot of time for questions, but I always tried to open that up at the end. And these kids were asking really intelligent, deep questions, some of them. And some of them had, remarkably, given the setting, I had some pretty deep experiences. I had one guy fell off his cushion, said he fell asleep, and then went, that, you know, I think part of that was being a drama king, but, you know, and then people were seeing colors, and people were, what was the other one? One young woman asked me, can you feel upset, like emotions, when you meditate? So clearly she got triggered, something in her was triggered, and you absolutely can. It can reach that part of you. And all that's saying is that that's the thing you need to look at. So I was just really kind of blown away that these young people were going into a deep meditation in such a short time, and it was just, I don't know, kind of made my heart sing, I guess, because it's something I love and have loved doing. You wouldn't meditate if I was going to get caught by you or taught by you. So you wouldn't let me teach you how to meditate? Is that what you're saying? They are really smart today. And even more, I mean, smart, yes. But every generation that comes in, as we know, it evolves. And so they're evolving. They're more spiritually, the ones who are, well, that's true with every generation, but these kids seem to be more spiritually evolved. I'm going to say, not, I won't say awakened, but they tend to be more that than even adults, some of them. But so that was fun. Oh, thank you, Carlos. I'm glad you clarified that, not in a weird way. Thank you. Excuse me. Oh, I apologize, y'all. I shouldn't try to drink sideways. Yeah, they are in tune. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, they really are in tune. Again, I was kind of blown away by some of them. And it was, it was humbling, and yet, again, it was encouraging for future generations, because there's one little kid, I'm trying to remember his name. Maybe some of you will know who it is. I apologize. I swallowed that water wrong. I don't know how old this kid is. He can't be but about 7 or 8 years old. Juanelle, you sent me the video. Who is this kid that he's like a medium, and he has the most incredible wisdom for his age. And his mother posts little, like, she'll ask him questions and post these little snippet videos. And I can't remember his name, but blows me away. He's talking about life in the universe and this and that, and I'm just, wow. So I'm excited for the world with these new new souls coming in here. Seed Star, thank you, Juanelle. Seed Star, okay. Hi, Lucas. I'm very well, thank you. You have special needs. Well, God bless you for being here and sharing your good energy with us. Thank you. Your mom told you, did she tell you about meditation, Carlos? Good on her if she did. I've tried to teach my grandkids, and of course my sons know about it, but you know, every person's got to go through their own journey and find out if it's right for them and what kind. There's a lot of different kinds of meditation. Oh, Lucas, let me read that again. That's so sweet. No, honey, don't you ever give up on your life. No, no, no. You are a good person. No, I can't give up. Giving up is not an option, and it shouldn't be for anybody. Yes, they are, Sean. You're right. They have the solutions to the planet. That's the interesting thing. Lucas, don't you ever give up on you. No, even if the world gives up on you, don't you ever give up on you. You're here for a reason. God may have given you a little more challenge than the rest of us, but you better believe He's got a purpose for you, and you have a way of influencing others and showing others how, you know, in a backward sort of way. Maybe you're showing other people how to be grateful for their blessings. Like if they are, we all have different things, in other words, and maybe you don't have something another person has, but maybe they don't have something you have. We all have something, and we just have to find and accept what we have and know that that's special. You're inside my office. Okay, well, you might be. If you can travel that way, you might be. Lucas, you have a heart murmur. Well, honey, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I hope that you take good care of yourself. All right, does anybody, I'm kind of rambling tonight. Does anybody have, Juanelle, I think you just deleted a lot of messages you didn't mean to delete. Juanelle's my moderator. Now, in fairness, she is sick with COVID right now. I did not ask her to get on here with me. She just found out she has COVID, and yet here she is trying to help me tonight. So you probably need to go rest, darling. You don't have to be here tonight. Oh, Lucas, that makes me so very, very sad. That doesn't mean that there aren't people in this world that don't care about you, Lucas. You need to know that. Your brother's making his own choices. Your mama's making her choices. Now you have to make your choices. You have to make your choices. There are a lot of kids who come from bad situations. I had a horrible childhood. I won't tell you what happened to me when I was a child, but let's just say life was tough. And look at me. I've had a beautiful life. I've got beautiful children and grandchildren now, so you can't give up on those situations, not ever. Don't give up on you. Can't quit. Okay, Juanelle, thank you. Yeah, Sean, I wanted to comment. You're very welcome, Lucas, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Don't you ever, I didn't have anybody in my corner rooting for me either when I was young. And, well, my mother, but she was busy with life. So you got to be your best cheerleader. You got to know you're here for a reason. You got to know that, and you've got to find a way. You got to dig deep, and you got to find a way to keep going. And if you don't have the support you need at home, you go out and find it. Go to a counselor, or go to your school counselor, or go to a church. Find something that you connect with, because there are a lot of good people in the world that will help you. Or maybe you've got another family member, you know, outside of your immediate family. I don't know, but I just want you to hang in there, Lucas. Don't quit. You can't quit. It's not an option. Not an option. And look at you. Yes, I'm doing awesome. And that's a beautiful mantra. That's right. I'm doing better each and every day. Each and every day I wake up and give thanks for everything I have. I love that, Sean. Thank you. Yes, they are. Angels are there. Whether you see them or not, you got to believe you are always surrounded by angels and your ancestors and your guides, and they're all working to help you every single day. I know I've been in difficult situations in my life as an adult, and I didn't know how I was going to get through it, and I just trusted, because I know there's plenty of help. Even though I can't see them, I know they're there. So Sean, thank you for answering that question, and I will put more thought into it. I know we talked about this before, and I absolutely will put more thought into that. I just kind of want to get a list of things. So guided meditation was what Sean asked for, and if there's anything else, I mean, y'all want like a closed group, we can do. Like I could do readings for just y'all some nights as opposed to opening it up to the world here and that kind of thing. So I can't believe nobody's asked a question. Excellent, Lucas. You keep that positive attitude going. Yes. I bet you would be surprised at how many people you inspire in your day. I bet you would be very surprised at that. People often don't tell you that. They often don't tell you the good stuff, you know, hey, you know, I see how tough you've got it, and yet you get up every day and you find something to be grateful for. They don't usually say those things to you, do they? But they think them. Brandy, are there any messages for you? Let me ask the tarot for Brandy. You're working, but rent has been kicking your butt a little bit. Oh, Lord, no. And that's one of those things you can't not have is a roof over your head. Well, you can not have a roof over your head, cool girl, but that's right, Lucas. I'm glad you understand that, because you'd be surprised. I have had students come back to me 10, 20 years later. I never imagined any little thing I said had made a difference in their lives, but it did. And sometimes it wasn't what I said, it was something I did, or that I was just getting about my life. So you never know how you're going to influence people, just by being you. Brandy, let me see. Do you want love, work, other stuff, anything in particular, Brandy? And I'm asking what deck. This one for you. I may need to take my bracelet off. Get a little sip, see if I can not choke. Anything. All right, what messages do we have for Brandy tonight? What messages do we have for Brandy tonight? What messages do we have for Brandy tonight? Amen, Sean. Preach it. That's right. You never, and Sean, you never know who's watching. And I mean, yeah, the other side, they're keeping score, right? But you never know in this today's world with new cameras everywhere, and works both ways, good and bad. You see a lot of, or I do, there are posts now, people catching people doing really good things, and it's what you do when nobody's watching that matters. And today, almost everybody's watching, right? Anyway, I'm rambling. Brandy, let's see. Perfect, Lucas. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad you've got friends and family. Very good to hear that. Sean, I know that's right. You don't. And another thing is you don't know who they know. You never know who someone is, what they know, who they know. It's a smaller and smaller world in many, many ways, isn't it? All right, Brandy, let's see. Well, you've been doing something that's you've not been feeling was balanced. Of course, I don't know what this, you'll apply it where you need to. It's, oh, sorry, I forgot where the camera was. So let me look at these 1 second. Love that. Well, it's gonna right itself. Whatever this is gonna right itself. All right. So something here that's not been, this is the card of unequal give and take. Whatever that is, you apply it where it fits. Now you may be, this is also some in and out, fast moving energy, something that you've, since I don't know the subject or what this is applying to, could be something that, erratic, that's the word I want you looking for, erratic. Maybe it's something you wanted to depend on, is kind of what I'm feeling, but it's not been that way. I don't know if this is a person or a job or situation, whatever. And you've been assessing if you want to continue to plant seeds there and invest in that. And you're rethinking that. And you're rethinking, well, is this a long-term thing or not? Maybe I don't need to put any more effort into that thing, because you're feeling that this is the card of deception and lies and cheating. So again, I don't know if this is a personal or job situation or whatever, family, anything, but this is, I think this is how you're feeling. And if it's not how you're feeling, wait a minute though, let me see. As far as if it's not how you're feeling, it could be saying, look out for this. But I also feel, because this feels a little bit more to me tonight, this could be strategy. And I'm just really trying to tune in and not talk for a second. This feels more like, so you were telling me, I'm not sure if this is going to be long-term for me, if I want to invest in this long-term. So you're making a strategy. You're making a strategy. I think you're planning on, now I don't have that card here, but I can tell you what I'm feeling. You're looking, this is the dream of hopes and wishes coming true, dreams coming true, right? Wishing on a star. And right behind that is the Sun card. So whatever you're trying to scheme or dream up here is very, A, it's going to make you happy. B, I think it's going to have a good outcome. And Spirit's saying, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, because that's the self-sabotage, self-imposed mental prison card there. Don't overthink it. You have the skills to make it happen. Things are going to balance out. This is also, I'm getting a little of good karma. This could be good karma for me. That's kind of what that feels like. And here's the card of making plans, and you're going to make the right choice, because things are about to be illuminated. If they're not already, things are about to be illuminated. I have trouble saying that word to you. And I also feel with this, you've had some fear around a situation. And I feel like it's saying you're getting over that. You're getting over that. You're getting past that. So I don't know if this was a new venture you were going to try or a new person or what, but it kind of feels like like that, like you're getting over something. And now, if this was a person, because the next, I don't like to go too deep into the deck, so this is getting fairly deep, but it could be referring to a relationship that ended. It was a heavy burden. This can be somebody who either didn't bring an apology or didn't bring it, or was withholding their love. But you're second guessing yourself or this person because they might not want it to be over, or it could be saying because they didn't want to change. Somebody was at a crossroads, didn't want to invest, and there was a heartbreak. So if that was sounding like a love situation, that could be that too. But I want to ask for, let me put these back. I want to ask for any advice for you, Brandy. Any advice? Any advice? I appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight, by the way, and thanks for letting me ramble a little bit. You're welcome, Brandy. I'm going to see if there are any advice cards come out for you. Popsty, hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Love tarot, love tarot. That was already out, and I put it back in and shuffled it, and it popped out again. So this is just saying, don't overthink it. That's all, whatever this is for you, don't overthink it. That's all that is. Ooh, yeah, don't overthink. Now, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but this feels like more, I can't, it feels more like a Four Cups to me, like disappointment, than it does an actual heartache. So that just could mean it's something that's further, happened a while back and it's just not as fresh, and so it's not hurting as deeply. I mean, this is the quintessential card of the heartache, of course, but oh goodness, oh well, I'm not going to go there, but that's a whole other, ugh. Okay, that might have been a heartache now that I'm looking at it. Brandy, I don't know, but Spirit, bottom line, is saying don't overthink it. You've got the skills. I'm referring back to that Magician card. You've got the skills, whatever this is that you're dealing with here. I feel like this is you making a strategy. There could have been some cheating and deception, whatever, but I really feel like this is you making a strategy to go toward your dreams, and it's going to have a happy outcome. So whatever that looks like for you, it looks good. This is going away if you just don't overthink it. Just don't overthink it. If somebody did that to you, you know, I know it's trite and a lot of people say it, but it's, you forgive people for you, not for them, so you can move on. So maybe you're not to that point right now where you can do that yet, but, you know, maybe that's why I felt to say apathy. Maybe getting to a place of apathy is better. You know, we have to move ourselves up gradually up that emotional ladder to get over things like that. And so maybe you're just going from hurt to apathy. That's okay. You get there any way you can. But this looks very good. This looks very good. And don't let your fears overcome you and overthink it, whatever this is. So I hope that helps, Brandy. I hope that helps. Thank you again for being here. All right. Well, Neil, how we doing, honey? And I can't believe you're here. God bless you. My sick BFF. Wynell is being the schoolmaster tonight. I love it. we had a talk offline. You know, some people come into these chats and they just flood the chat with the same question over and over. Like, that's going to help you get read sooner. It's not. It's not. Okay, do I have another question in there somewhere I missed? Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you, Monel. God, she's my best cheerleader. Yes, I do private readings. I do, y'all, do private readings. So if you guys need that or prefer that, I know this is a bit uncomfortable in public situation like this, even though most of these handles, nobody would ever know who you are, but still, it's a little awkward for some people, so I'm happy to do that for anybody. Okay, did I miss a question? Anybody else have a question? We got a small group tonight. I like that for a change, and not all the time, but I do like that for a change. And I know, y'all, I haven't done any deceased loved ones readings in a while. I was thinking about that today. You know, I have to just be in the right energy for that, and I just have been going like crazy. Y'all have heard me say I've been helping take care of my daughter-in-law's mother while they're out of town, and my daughter-in-law and son are out of town. And just adding that little bit to my week has really kind of tipped the scales, and of course I was sick and all that stuff, so I'm doing the best I can. Okay, well now, no problem. I really don't think there have been many questions tonight. I know Brandy asked one. Did somebody else ask a question that they wanted a reading for that I missed? If so, speak up, please. Saif, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. This is most unusual. Usually there's way more requests here than I can do. Who was that I was listening to today? Another reader talk about the personality of their decks, their tarot decks. And it really is true. If y'all ever heard anybody talk about that, some of them are, it's like they have personalities. Some of them are just very direct, and I said what I said, and some of them are, okay, I'm going to get you the message, but I'm going to take my time about it. And some of them are, like, I'm gonna give you the answer, but I'm gonna tell this nice long story first, and I'm gonna tell you the background story first. And it's just really, it's just like having a group of people. Every one of these decks is a personality over here. And anyway, I was listening to somebody else talk about it today. Sean, yes, what's your question, honey? Sorry, I had to scroll back down. So I think that was a funny topic that I related to. He was talking, who was it? He was talking about the Witch's Tarot deck, which I don't have that one, but he was saying how, now I'm not going to use he didn't say ruthless, but direct maybe, I don't know what that was, but anyway. What's your question, Sean? I know there's a delay. The 20-second to 60-second YouTube delay in the chat. I'll just talk more about my vacation if y'all want to be bored to death. It was so fun. Boy, and I needed it too. Oh. Schmoozing is an important life skill. I just want to say that, and your support. I'm just looking to see what deck I'm drawn to while I get my Painting in the Museum show. What deck for Sean? What deck for Sean? Okay, Big Glaciers. Okay. Show me, please, clearly when you want to answer for Sean. Will I get my painting into the museum show? Yes, it is. Yes. Where did that word come from? It almost sounds Jewish, but I don't know any Jewish people enough to ask them that. Kind of like, is that Yiddish? I don't know. Schmooze, or is it a southern word? I don't know what the origin of that. Oops, somebody Google it. Okay, I'm going to have to dig, Sean. This is interesting. Something about a change around your work. Painting, I presume. Tell you what I'm hearing. Let me just put the cards down for a second. What I'm hearing. Oh, that's a nice way to do it. Oh, Sean, that's bright. That's really smart. Yeah. Okay, and that may explain, because when you say 2 gift boxes, there's 2 different. Let me get my tongue in sync with my brain. That may explain what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling like 2 different things, and I'm trying to sort through the energy here. So let me say what I was going to say. What I felt was this. I'm going to pull a clarify on that card there before I tell you what it is. 1 second before I open my mouth. Clarify this. Well, all right, half the deck popped out. Let's see. Okay. She said as she maintained silence. All right, what I started to say, what I was feeling before I pulled the cards is that there might be a situation where you don't get in, but something else comes instead. You got the Ace of Cups here that you're going to love, that's going to be an opportunity. Now, what I feel about this is, yeah, there's something you're going to do, or something, or it could be an opportunity that's coming to you. There's something happening here, and let me show you. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. The Tower card. That's the card that came out first, the Tower card. So we know what that means, right? That's a sudden event, something that changes everything. Oversimplification. Followed by the Death card. Now, we know that can be endings, but most of the time for me, that means change in the upright. So something big is coming that's going to create change. And on top of that, the Eight of Pentacles fell sideways. So 8 of Pentacles is a card of work. It's the apprentice card, somebody perfecting their craft. So I'll tell you what I'm getting here, and I know this is not exactly the answer you wanted, but there is something that's going to change the course, or change your style of painting, for example, or change something in here. There's a change coming, either because of or as a result of this Tower, that's, I think, going to create this. It's going to create, maybe you're falling in love with a different style of painting, or maybe one of these, I tell you what I'm just feeling. One of the people, and I know I'm all over the place, forgive me, I'm all over the place. I do get that. It's because I'm feeling different energies and I'm trying to hone in on what's what here. It's an interesting sound. So over here, to clarify the Tower, we have the Emperor, the Five of Cups in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So this could be saying, Sean, The Emperor is not... I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling. Somebody that works at this museum is going to be the guy who says no. Well, one of these people, there's a guy here who's going to say no for whatever the reasons. I don't know what that is, or in some way might impede what you're trying to do. Let me put it that way. Because this, Emperor in reverse is somebody who's, he likes to enforce his willpower on other people. I'm going to say it like that. And while that may cause a disappointment, you're going to get over it. Because we have this Queen of Pentacles. So you see two people here, and I feel like there's two different paths here. There's some door being closed, but some other doors being opened. That's the best way I can say this. So hold on. Save your money. This is the Miser card. It's not always about money, but it can be, certainly, and especially in this case, because change is coming. There's a change coming. Something that's going to affect your work. And it's going to be good. Something either, again, this could be you falling in love with a different style. Well, I've changed my style of, I'm a painter too, and I've changed my style many times. That is going to bring you an offer, or at least, this is learning. This can also be the page of learning. Maybe I've fallen in love with a new style. I'm going to learn that, and so that's one meaning. And you very well will have, things will become clearer. How about that? Things will be shown to you. Things will become clearer, and a new opportunity will present itself where you are moving into calmer waters with all of this. Yep. Look at that. The end of what? I think this is the end of this choppy water, frankly, is what it feels to me like. And the Empress card is the beginning of something. It's expansion, creativity, of course. I love that. So I'm going to say it's a mixed bag for this, for the answer to your question. It's a mixed bag. Let me see. Yeah, and under here at the bottom of this other deck, the Page of Wands in reverse, that can be procrastination. It can be some kind of feeling like there's something stalling part of this process, but in the end, it ends up being working in your favor. This is not the best analogy, but it's, if somebody was going for a job interview and they had to interview with two people, kind of what I'm feeling here. This is the best way I can describe it. They had to interview with two people. And one of the people says, no, this person's not a good fit for us. And the other person said, oh, I think this would be a good fit for us. And so maybe this guy had more power and it didn't work out. But what ended up happening was you didn't get that spot. But then later on, this woman remembered you and she says, oh, I know the perfect person for this new show we're doing. And it's just going to be the perfect fit. And then she calls you and you get some other job, some other something. So that's sort of the energy that I'm feeling here, Sean. I don't know if this is going to be helpful. I hope it is. It's not a straight yes or no. It's kind of a, maybe not now, but something better will come, is what it feels to me like. So I hope that helps. It's, you know me, I get going and got to know the story and yada, yada. Let me see if there's anything else here before I close that out for you. I guess this is maybe one door will close, but another one will open scenario for you. You are praying. Well, that's awesome, because I think prayers are answered. prayers are answered. Is there anything else you want to tell Sean about this situation with the museum? Anything else you can tell Sean about the museum? Oh, okay. And then, whoa, all right. Apparently, I love it. Same card came out. 2 different decks, right? 2 different decks, the big one and the small one. Keep working on your craft. Be confident. Be confident. I mean, there's a lot of things this king can mean, but confidence is probably number one. That you have, if you are finding yourself disappointed or you're not, I'm speaking now as an artist and a reader. Sometimes we artists, and I'm not saying this about you, I'm saying this about myself, we tend to be a little bit more sensitive than is good for us. And I'm not saying that to you, and I'm going to have that card here for you. But I was looking at the picture of this 5 of Pentacles. And so sometimes, and it's in the reverse, which is good, sometimes we tend to be our own worst enemy, and we tend to get stuck in that, gosh, well, that didn't happen. I didn't get my piece in that museum, or those people didn't like my work, or I did an art show and I didn't sell as nearly what I wanted, you know, that kind of thing, where if you look at the card, she has the key to open the door. So I think this, and all right, 1 second. All right, so I got 2 messages for you. One is, be careful what you're thinking. I know that's not that card of thinking, but it's telling me that this is turning around. If you've been disappointed and felt like you were on the outside looking in, that's starting to heal now. And it's also telling me you need to be, and you know about this, you need to watch your thoughts, because you're manifesting from those thoughts. So keep real positive thoughts. I know you're not hearing any news right now. This is, you know, it seems like nothing is happening, basically, is what that's saying. But I have an interesting message around this Hangman in reverse. Because in the reverse, it's saying somebody who's refusing to get a new perspective, somebody who's supposed to be in the Hangman position to get that new perspective and is refusing to surrender. So I don't think that's you. It feels to me more like right thing, not time yet, is what it feels like. That there's nothing, because it's right next to this card. There's no movement right now or no communication right now. But it just feels like it's like an energy shift that needs to happen. Can I say it like that? It feels very much like, oh, thank you, very much like the stage is set. It's just not the right time for the show yet. It's just not the right time. And so the energies, there's, you know, it's like cogs in a wheel have to fall into place in a certain way, or if not, they just won't go anywhere. And that's kind of what it feels like to me. This is just a certain energy that the universe is working out for you. And so that's why it feels like you really need to be careful about your feeling sorry for yourself if you've been doing that. I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying, I'm an artist. I know how that feels. I do. And as a human being, if things aren't, you're working hard and you're putting your heart and soul in something, and if it's not happening, yeah, it's easy to get discouraged. So I just feel like the real message here is watch what you're thinking. Keep your confidence up. Keep putting in the work. Even though something doesn't seem to be happening, nothing's moving right now, I just feel like the universe is working hard behind the scenes. Let me say it like that. And the cards aren't telling me this, but I'm feeling, and you're going to know. You're going to know when it's time, and either the phone's going to ring or you're just going to get that spark of inspiration one day. Oh, you know, I never thought, I think I'll go to that museum. That's not the one I tried to get into, but let me go over here to this one and talk to them, and maybe those are the people, maybe that's the better fit for you. I hope that helps, Sean. Thank you. All righty. Let me put my cards back. Oops, I dropped one. So if I'm in sync here, Mary Jo has a question. It does. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you always being here. You always add so much to the group, your energy and your questions. I'm very grateful. And I know it's the second time I told you this. I am thinking about the whole meditation thing. Again, it's just, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying I've got family commitments, and I don't know if I can do it all between now and it probably won't happen until maybe October. Maybe sooner. Yeah, I was thinking about that today. I feel so good that I'm able to help so many people. But I kind of just want to go back to work now. I mean, my YouTube, I'm just really ready to go. And it's so perfect because it makes me appreciate this so much more when I can't do it and I want to do it. So Spirit has a way of showing us that and helping us get our perspective where it needs to be, doesn't it? Okay. And I'm asking this for Mary Jo. Is that Monel who I'm asking this question for? Okay, thank you. All right, so asking for Mary Jo Knight about her son with a mental diagnosis. Will he get better? Okay, let me see what deck. Oh, that's very unusual. Okay, don't use this one much. Okay, thank you. I hope you're feeling better, Juanelle. I'm worried about you. You know, I'd bring you chicken soup. I said that earlier if I could. She, though, however, is in Minnesota and I'm in Alabama. Yeah, I want to be sure she is still here. Yeah, there she is. Okay, I found you. Thank you, Juanelle. Okay. Indiana. Hi, Mary Jo, not from Indiana. I don't think I've ever been to Indiana. I'm sure it's beautiful. And the reason I'm hesitating, I'm trying to tune in to this energy before I pull any tarot cards. So let me just do that for you a minute, Mary Jo. I know dead silence is not good on a YouTube live, but y'all just have to bear with me. It's my process. When tuning into something like that, for sure. And Mary Jo, I need to ask you some questions, hon. So if you would please verify this for me to be sure I'm picking up the right energy. Because it could be somebody in your family. It might not necessarily be your son or somebody associated to your situation. But I'm seeing somebody who is, now I'm going to use the word sick. I don't know what kind of sick, okay? I don't know what, let me just tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody curled up, like almost in a fetal position, grabbing their abdomen, and this person has at some point been throwing up. Now, I get the feeling, so let me know if that's your son or somebody else, please, so I know if I'm on the right track here before we go further. Or you might, I guess you might not even know about that, actually, now that I think through it, but it could be you. All right, sweetie, and I'm so very sorry, so very sorry. If I was in your shoes, I expect that'd be me too when it comes to my kids. Can you give me his first name, please, Mary Jo? Y'all, one second here. While I'm waiting to hear back from Mary Jo, I'm going to close my window. It's dark, and there are people walking by, and whatever. Okay, there we go. Mickey, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Does this mental illness, well, let me just tell you what I'm feeling. I don't know what the diagnosis is, but I'm feeling it. Sometimes he gets very angry, and then he goes, it could be bipolar. Could be because it feels like extremes of emotions is what I'm feeling. Extremes of emotions. Mike, not Mike, Mikey, Mike. Okay, Mike. And so I'm feeling extremes of emotions. And sometimes when he gets into the more, I'm using the word anger. It's not exactly anger. That's not what it's more like antagonized. That's what I'm feeling when I tune into his energy, when he's in that particular state. It feels to me, I'm putting the cards down because I don't need them right this minute, like he disassociates. And I know this is not what you asked me, but let me get through my process, please. It's like he disassociates. And what I'm trying to say, that, and I'm not saying it's a clinical diagnosis, maybe or maybe not, but I feel like he can't make sense of what he's feeling, and so he like cuts off his feelings. It feels to me like I don't know if it's because he's overwhelmed or because he really, something in him, I just feel like this trap door of emotions, and so he kind of, gets cold and may do things from that place that hurt other people. I don't know if that sounds like his story or not. You can let me know. I am doing a psychic reading. Whoever asked that, what am I doing? There are two key people that are involved with working with him. I feel like one may be a doctor, one may be a nurse, but there's a female and a male. Professionals. This is not family, I don't feel like. I feel like these are professionals. And he likes the woman. It's like he listens to her more. So I don't know if this is a nurse in the doctor's office. I don't know who this is. You can tell me if it's making sense or not. But he I'm just giving you this as a little inside track because I don't think you know this. There's something about this person, this woman, he listens to her when he doesn't listen to other people for whatever reason. I don't know who that is. And I feel like that might be a resource for you or a tool for you to use if you are not getting through to him in some way, or if you need to get him to take in some information that you're not able to get through to him under normal circumstances. Okay, let's see what else. If you haven't already explored this, it's not a major part of the equation, but diet is affecting part of this situation. It's again, it's not major, but a part of it is affected by his diet. Okay, I'm reading your comment here just a second. Are you saying he does trust her? Because, yeah, this woman, I feel like he hears her. That's the best way I can describe it. He hears her. There's, he doesn't like authority. He has a problem with authority. I can say that. So I think that's the issue with whoever the guy is in this picture. He's not able to hear them because it's too much authority, or it represents some kind of a negative association for him. Okay, just give me a second here while I see if I can pull in more for you before I pull any tarot. Oh, I was saying that I don't know if you've had a chance to investigate this or not. And again, it's not a major part of the situation, but there's something in his diet that can also be throwing him off. And so I hope you'll do a little research about that. Sometimes it's the things that we don't put in our body more than the things we do put in our body. So you might want to, like I said, do a little research about that. All right, now I'm going to pull some tarot for you. All right, and we're asking, I want to ask the question like you ask it to me. Because we're asking about, where'd your question go? Will he get better? Yeah, we're asking about Mike then. Will Mike get better from this mental illness? Will Mike's mental illness get better? That's encouraging. Three of Pentacles says collaboration. So with collaboration, to me, I take that to mean in this circumstances, you know, it's kind of like teamwork. Okay, so this is, and I know that would be the case. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. If it was my child, you know, it would take teamwork. The family members, the doctors, the nurses, the court people, and where they end up putting him. I'm feeling that's a big piece of this equation, where they end up. And you said he's got a court date tomorrow. If they end up putting him in some institution that doesn't have the right doctors and nurses and those kinds of things, then I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying that's what I'm getting off this card is. This is positive, is all I'm saying. This is positive, so that means people coming together, and I feel like that's positive. But let me get some more. I don't really think those apply. I'm putting them back. What other cards, please, about Mike? Please tell me about Mike, and is he going to get better? Oh, that's beautiful. 4 of Wands. That's a strong yes. That's a very strong yes to me. This, that's that's 6 of Wands is victory, but this is the card of a happy home. Harmony, yes. I like that. What else about Mike? Give me one more card for Mike, please, for Mary Jo. Show me, what is the path of healing? Is Mike going to heal? And I'm going to say, that's a very positive card for Mike. Oops. Excellent. Okay, excellent. Love it. Oh, this is great. This is very good. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, good. This is very good. So let me tell you what I got here, if I can put them down without spreading them across the floor. We talked about the 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands, and we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So that means to me somebody not fighting this anymore, and I feel that's him. I think that's him. I think he's been fighting his own self. I mean, resistance and nothing's wrong with me, or maybe something is wrong with me, but I don't want to do what they're telling me to do. I don't know what it is for him in particular, but this is somebody who's, it's not the same as giving in. The energy I'm feeling off of this is just simply I'm going to let go now. I'm not going to fight this anymore, which I like. I think that's very positive, because then we have the Death card, which is change. That just means change. Change is coming. Change is coming. What came next? Yeah, this one, the Devil card in reverse. This is being released from things that are toxic, being released from things that are holding you back. Can be addictions, can be, in his case, whatever has sent him down this rabbit hole. 6 of Swords is moving to calmer waters, and the 6 of Pentacles is things being balanced again. So I love that for you, Mary Jo, and for Mike. I love that. I think that's a big, strong yes. I think they will definitely get better given these cards. I think he's tired. I'll be honest. I think I was feeling that before this card came out, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, I'm tired of fighting this. Back to that, or which one? 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm tired of fighting it, and I think he's ready to get help. Does that make sense? Ready to get help. So Mary Jo, I hope that you're still hearing hearing this message. This seems very, very positive, and I'm happy for you, and I'm happy for Mike. I do hope. And I'll say a prayer tonight, too, that he has a good outcome and lots of good support and collaboration in his healing process. That's wonderful. And thank you for being here. And I so appreciate your tuning in tonight. And I'm glad that it worked out. I could do this reading for you. Thank you. Because mamas need to know their babies are going to be all right. I don't care how old that baby is. I'm just saying. It never stops. That never stops. Oh, you're so sweet, Mary Jo. Thank you. Yeah, I felt that. That was a shift, and because I think he's been fighting it. He's just had this internal fight with it, and I think he's just at that point where I think he's realizing he can't do it on his own. I'll be honest, and I think that was a big step for him. And I don't think he's totally there yet, but I believe he's at the beginning of that, of surrendering for that. So you are very welcome. Okay, and I'll say a prayer for both of you tonight. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and well, now, I don't know, honey, if you're still here, but I think that's 3 that we've done, if I counted correctly. And if you guys haven't hit that like button, I sure would be grateful. It shows your appreciation and encourages me, frankly. Encourages me to keep going. It is? Okay. All right, gang. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. I will probably be back. I'm going to do another one this week. I might do one tomorrow night even. I just got a late start tonight, so I might try to come on tomorrow night as well and get a little earlier start, and maybe I won't be so, won't have to run around so much tomorrow and be tired. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I love you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. I'm going to try to get back into a routine, do at least one during the week, during the night, and then one on the weekend, so we can get you guys in the queue for helping out. That's sweet, Mary Jo. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. All right, guys. Love you all so much, and I'll see you very soon. Many blessings to you. Bye. Whoops, sorry.